Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's funny, I'm doing this shadow work in my car again in the dark. It's getting dark. So that's kind of appropriate. So I wanted to get into the runes today, and I think that we will do that probably tomorrow. As the first rune is talking about a new beginning, and I've been sort of feeling this out, you know, when we did the tarot season or series, it seemed to correlate with the events of my life and with the timing of reality. So I feel like the runes are trying to do that too. When I first started studying the runes, maybe you've heard me say this before, but all my oracle decks and tarot decks went silent for a year. So I feel like the runes know when we're going to talk about them or when we're going to work with them. So we'll begin with Fehu coming up soon, but I thought today we would just do a little bit more shadow work, since we are now today, as of about an hour ago when I'm recording this, Mars just turned retrograde in the sign of Leo, and tomorrow Neptune turns direct. So we just got into Pluto in Aquarius for 20 years, and now we're in this. We're also in a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is its sign of detriment, which means it's not as happy there, although my natural Mercury is in Sagittarius. So I guess it feels a little bit normal for me to be communicating from this more visionary place that Sagittarius is. Sagittarius energy likes to see the big picture and get the vision, and is the teacher, I guess, of the zodiac. So I find myself in these positions a lot where I have something to share. So let's talk about this in regards to shadow work a little bit. So Mars is a planet of action. It's a planet that relates to our masculine nature, so our work, how we express outwardly and act in the world, very physically speaking. And when it's in reverse, we might feel like a blockage in that, or a difficulty moving forward. Instead, we are being pushed to act in a way that is like reflective in the sign of Leo. And Leo is around our creativity, around our children, our childlike nature, our life force energy, our actual vitality, right? So it is our body kind of going in and looking for that stuff again, like finding like maybe even nostalgia for when we had that creativity really flowing in our life. So shadow work in this energy could be, lost creativity, or refinding creative aspects of self, or lost parts of our child self or child nature, or reconnecting with children, or reconnecting with or turning within to find how we activate that life force current. And the shadow work would be like, what things have blocked that energy in the past? Maybe where did we get derailed around our creativity, around our children, around our life force energy? And shadow work is always difficult in that it's the stuff we don't really want to look at or address. So it's in the shadow part of our life, or our personality, or things delegated to the darkness. So when we take a look at them, it can feel like we're opening a can of worms. It can feel like we're opening into discomfort. Sorry, that's really loud. I've got my car on. I'm waiting to go into my son's play at school, and I have 15 minutes before they'll let me come in. He's on the stage crew. So he's relegated to the shadow of the job that he's doing. And it is a play, so it's very fifth house, very Leo energy. This Mars retrograde is opposing the new Pluto in Aquarius energy, and Venus just moved into Aquarius, which is also where my natal Venus is. So there's a lot of things going on in the chart that is like my birth chart. So there's something about it that feels at home and familiar for me, and why maybe I'm feeling called to talk about it. But so Pluto, god of the underworld, god of death and deep transformation, is in the sign of our humanness, the collective. Aquarius is the collective humanity, and it's opposing this like bodily return to the child nature, right? There's something pushing us to integrate things from the past that maybe have been blocking us or keeping us from, our most authentic version. Leo self is authenticity. So again, like the last video I posted, the shadow work is first to find the uncomfortable places, the things we don't like. And today and moving forward for the next, Mars is going to be retrograde through Leo, all the way back into Cancer, into January, and then all the way through March. So we have some time with this Leo retrograde, but initially it's spurring us to look at, where we're not moving forward or where we need to respark the life within us. So we might be hunting for those places where we feel disconnected from our life force, and then choosing to love those parts of us too. This is where the shadow work really, it can be transformative, because the unloved parts of us are the places we've lost power. We actually have energy going toward them subconsciously, feeding and reiterating to some part of our psyche that we're not worthy. So shadow work is reclaiming that energy and deciding we're worthy even with these wounds, even with these lost parts of self. So we're going back, we're finding the discomfort, finding the pain around children, around creativity, around life force, and we're choosing to love, no matter what, love and accept that version of us too. So those times in our past when we really felt somehow disconnected from those things, or when we really did feel connected and now we don't. And the challenge is, can I love this about me too? Can I love this about me too? And that's not just lip service, like, sure, I can love it about me. It's really like feeling into, and my heart's been really super tender today and yesterday. I don't know if it's this retrograde energy. It definitely could be. You hear like the heart of the lion. The Leo is the heart, and Leo energy really is the life force. And the heart chakra is in the center point of our chakra system. So it really is the cross section, or the cross point, where we kind of like hang ourselves on the cross of our own experiences, more than anybody else really does. Even if people are disappointed with us or don't like our behavior, really we crucify ourselves. So it is in the heart that we can resurrect, that we can recapitulate, that we can remember and bring ourselves back into wholeness. And that is through love. That is through choosing to love all the happenings that have brought us pain, that have brought us here. And, in sessions that I sit with people in, we go point to point, experience to experience, and practice loving those parts. And it can be very emotional. I know this can be an emotional time, but the emotion is indicative of a release, of an up-leveling, of like a new understanding coming in. So it is good. What else? I mean, Mercury retrograding in Sagittarius, it is helping us. I mean, Mercury is the messenger of the gods, right? And when it's in reverse, it's remembering, it's reclaiming. So, and with Sagittarian energy, even though Mercury's in detriment in Sag, meaning it's not its natural sign, which its natural sign is Gemini, the opposing sign, but Jupiter's in Gemini, which is Sagittarius' sign. So they're in mutual reception, which means Mercury would rather be in Gemini, and Jupiter would rather be in Sag, and they are opposite right now. So there is like a communication going on between those two planetary energies, and it's like the luck and the blessing of Jupiter is going to come when we review the past, when we take a higher vision and we choose to sojourn into those hard places, and we bring them to this, the crossing point, if you will, the crossroads of this conjunction, right? And Venus conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius, Venus is like, can you love this transformation? Like, can you value the transformation that's at hand, even when it's, really touching into the most tender child you? Shadow work is so profoundly potent and deep, guys, but it is hard. And I say that like it's simple, but it's hard. But it definitely has been the thing that has transformed my life the most, because truly only when we take personal responsibility and acceptance for the things that have occurred to us, can we become empowered over them, and can they become superpowers or gifts, almost like we designed it this way in our greater wisdom, in a larger version of us, a more profound, higher mind part of us that had the vision for our life first, that designed all the happenings for us, that wisdom nature, which is our Sagittarian component. That's our wisdom body, our vision for the future. That's what Sagittarian energy is. In that, we constructed some transformative events for ourselves, you could say. And only by being able to see how they were for us and love them too, can we up level with them. Can they become like escalators for us experiencing a different reality, one that is including feeling more whole, feeling less empty, feeling more whole. I hope that's clear and helpful. Just sharing the things that I've learned along my journey. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. I'll be back to look at the runes with you really soon. And if you haven't checked me out on Instagram, I'm Bliss in the House over there, and also with Midnight Fluorite, doing Midnight Fluorite IG live sales, mostly Friday and Saturdays each week. Sometimes some other days are thrown in there, so go ahead and follow over there so you can catch not only the live crystal sales, which are awesome. Midnight Fluorite specializes in UV reactive crystals, but also I do some live tarot and rune readings over there and talk a little metaphysics. So I hope to see you over there. That's Midnight Fluorite IG live sales. So see you there, and otherwise, I'll see you back here for more shadow work this December. We're approaching the 12/12, one of the last gateways before the solstice. So we're really like honing in on this energy, this new energy that's birthing in us. Hang in there. It's a little bit intense astrology right now, and we'll talk to you soon. Much love, and namaste.